Hello and welcome to Conquest, a game of nerd trivia and debate. Today you will see two people enter the Battle Dome for nerd supremacy and become the nerdiest person at the con. But since we don't do these at cons anymore because those don't exist, we didn't change the name. But welcome once again. This is our second episode and another first round matchup here in the Conquest Tournament. And we can't have a Conquest Tournament without the research department. Laura Prince is here. Introducing first, representing the Party of One podcast, it's Jeff Storm. And now introducing your opponent, representing the BS Network and Team 2 Stretched, it's Scottye Moore. Because this is a game of nerd trivia and debate. The game works like this. Each round starts with the debate portion. If you win the debate, you get to pick the category for the trivia round. Win 3 rounds of trivia, and you win Conquest. It's that simple. It gets very confusing as we go along. So we have to start by going to the Battle Dome, the Coliseum, for our first debate. There we are. We're in the Coliseum now. And we start out with a very simple yes or no question. Is Monopoly a good game? Okay.
No further statements.
I've received word that there was some audio issues during this debate. So I'm going to ask each of you to sum up your debate in about a minute for those who have missed part of it. So really quick, Jeff, is Monopoly a good game?
My argument is that Monopoly is a good game specifically because the end result of every Monopoly game is you have a bad time. Someone accrues money at an inordinate rate, and you have to suffer because the point of Monopoly, as was designed by Lizzie Magie in the 1910s when it was under the name The Landlord's Game, is that capitalism is that a capitalist land management system, the system in which landlords exist, is a bad system. And I think in 2020, we cannot discount that. It is a game that is designed for a specific purpose, and therefore, the fact that it achieves that purpose, it makes you frustrated and mad at capitalism, makes it a good game.
And Scott, your argument in roughly a minute.
Can I incorporate new stuff? Actually, no, it's okay. No, my argument is the fact that Wikipedia does define, and to Jeff's credit, to this man's credit, I will say, it does say it's usually played for fun and entertainment. But that usually is very, very important, because that's what everybody thinks when they think about the game. They think about fun, they think about entertainment, and in my opinion, if you want a point to get across to somebody that something is important, you need to keep their attention, make it fun, make it entertaining, and Monopoly does neither of those. And doesn't make you think about hating capitalism, it just makes you think about hating all of your friends.
All right, I am dropping a link in the chat right now for a poll. Please let me know if you think Monopoly is a good game or not based on those arguments. Laura, with the research department, anything you need to correct?
So Wikipedia is not a scholarly source, strictly speaking. The Webster's Dictionary defines game as a physical or mental competition conducted according to rules, with the participants in direct opposition to each other. So following that logic, Monopoly is a game by that definition. Counterpoint, Pokemon Monopoly.
That's the whole counterpoint?
Yes. There's no,
That one don't count. We're talking OG. We're talking OG, none of the fun ones.
Don't think that, like, the game does not get better just because you swapped a hat for a Charmander. No offense.
I think it
Actually,
might.
hold on.
Counterpoint.
Counterpoint, it does.
It does.
Yes.
No, you are correct. I concede that debate. However, with the conceit that is a side debate which does not impact the core debate at play.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and check the results now, guys. And the winner of the debate round, come on. Monopoly is officially a good game. So that point will be going to Jeff Stormer. And by point, I mean you get to choose what we're going to be playing in the trivia round. So let's take a look at the trivia round. Let me put away our Coliseum.
Boom, 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 boom.
Here's what we got this week on Conquest. Oh no, computer, don't be doing stuff like this to me already.
Were we supposed to be seeing a Coliseum? Because I...
No, you don't get to see a Coliseum. Oh my god, what has happened to Conquest?
I see bare-chested male and a set of keys.
I see some...
Noah?
It's some keys.
Noah, is this game going in a different direction?
You'll see it in a minute. It'll make sense in a second. It skipped like a bunch of slides. Here are today's games. We can play Keyed Up, which is a Tom Hanks themed category. Freddy vs. Jason. Pointless Sporkle, which is tabletop focused. One question. Name two more. Landmine. No Wheel, No Fortune. Google Feud. Or Reddit Says.
I'm gonna go. I gotta go with Reddit Says. It's my favorite.
Reddit Says. All right, this is how you play Reddit Says. I went on to the website Reddit. Are you familiar with the website Reddit?
Unfortunately, yes.
I went on to the Ask Reddit subreddit, and I pulled up one of the questions, and then I took the top 10 most upvoted answers to the questions on Ask Reddit. You will answer Family Feud style what you think the number one most upvoted answer was. Once again, this is all from Reddit, so what Reddit says goes. For example, I saw one time what was the best movie of all time, and the answer was Breaking Bad. I have no control over Reddit. Just do the best you can. So if you get the number one answer, that is worth 10 points. If you get the number 10 answer, that is worth 1 point. And the numbers in between are the numbers in between. Jeff, since you won the debate, you will always get the honor of answering first. So let's play.
You ask the questions first.
Yeah, I'll ask and then you guys will answer.
The question is, why am I here?
It's to play Conquest.
Well, then that's the number one answer. And therefore, we've illustrated the concept of the game.
Spivzies asks, what is the best, worst movie?
I am going to go with The Room.
The Room. Scott? The best, worst movie?
I'm going to go with Trolls 2.
Trolls 2. Trolls 2?
Oh wait, Troll 2, not
The answer was already submitted. The answer was already.
No, I made sure I heard him. Wasn't sure if I heard him correctly, so I had him clarify.
Well, the Trolls is actually Trolls World Tour?
I think that's the third one?
It's very bad. I watched it the other day and it made me very sad.
But your answer is Troll
not
2.
In that one, Jason Lee is in the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies, correct?
Yes.
Yes, he plays Dave.
My answer is the oh my god, Troll 2.
Troll 2.
That's fair.
Excellent.
That's fair. It's a good answer. It's a good answer.
The top upvoted answers are Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Oh yeah.
I love Manos. Joe Dirt. I'm a big fan of Joe Dirt.
That's a cinematic masterpiece. How dare they?
The Mario Brothers movie.
Hell yeah.
Oops, wrong click. Deep Blue Sea. Troll 2 is number 6.
Oh, that hurt.
That's good for 5 points.
Yeah.
Velocipaster, which I am unfamiliar with,
I've explained this to you.
but I am all
Is that
about.
a priest that is also a dinosaur?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that checks out.
Research department, I can bring you back in if you can tell us more about Velocipaster.
Not at the moment.
Okay.
All right.
Poof. Number 4 is Anaconda. 3 is Neil Breen, which I'm unfamiliar with.
Oh, no, he's a director who makes bad movies.
Oh, so I guess just anything that he's done. Number 2 is Mac and Me. And the number 1 best worst movie
Yeah.
is Batman and Robin.
Wow.
Whoa!
Wow. I am shocked.
What?
Damn. That hurts.
I'm very shocked.
You know what? It hurts. I can't be upset, but it hurts. It hurts real bad.
Agree.
Research department has something to say about this. Research department?
It is the best movie, not the best worst movie. We discussed this last week, and I'm sticking to that, so help me God.
I 100% would agree with that. I think much similar to my debate about Monopoly. I think that the reasons people call it a bad movie are flawed, and therefore it has an unearned reputation for being a bad movie.
Exactly.
That is not what we're here today to discuss, but I do have an impassioned defense of Batman and Robin.
Agreed.
So the chat is very upset that The Room was not on this list, but no points for Jeff. Once again, these all come from the upvoted answers on Ask Reddit questions.
I guess it's just such a basic answer. No offense,
It's
Jeff.
Yeah,
No,
I guess
that's
why.
probably what I would say as well. Is that it's the answer that everyone expects, and therefore, if you're going for upvotes on Reddit, you're not going to go for it.
yeah,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah, that tracks. That sounds right.
So it's Scott with 5, Jeff with nothing as we move into our
Okay.
next question.
All right.
Team Roach 007 asks, the world is ending. What song plays over the credits? The world is ending. What song plays over the credits? I feel like there will be a lot of singing in a moment. Jeff, you get the honor of answering first.
I'm gonna think this through.
Think it through.
Thinking it through. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go.
The screen has faded to black. White text has begun moving up the screen. Or perhaps the world ends and it's like a silly, like, Guardians of the Galaxy credit, so Chris Pratt is dancing. One of those two things is happening. What song is playing?
Song is playing is. I gotta go. I'm gonna throw for the obvious and whiff it and say it's the end of the world as we know it.
Yeah, REM's The End of the World as We Know It. Scott.
That was my first one, and I was like, please take it. Because my second answer, I don't know. Actually, wait, no. It's Reddit.
It is Reddit.
Africa by Toto.
Good answer, good answer.
God damn it, yeah, that's God damn it.
Chat,
Hold up.
feel free to
My-
play along, chat.
My original was We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. Because
Ooh.
that's my ideal, but then I remembered, oh wait, Reddit.
It's Reddit. No, you're right. That's a very good Reddit. Yep.
All right, let's take a look. Number 10, We Are the Champions. Guess we went out on a good note.
I don't feel like with this run on planet Earth, I don't feel like the song "We Are the Champions" is appropriate. I'm gonna say it. I feel like the human race here, we're not the champions.
Logical, I get you. Number 9, Roundabout by Yes.
Very
Wait, no,
funny.
that-
Very good.
That assumes there's a next part to it, though. That assumes there's something coming next.
The End of the World Part 2. Number 8, Highway to Hell.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty solid pick.
good answer there. Number 9, In the End, It Doesn't Even Matter. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Number 6, Rocket Man. Why not? Number 5, anything from Neon Genesis. That's just Reddit being Reddit there.
That's a good Reddit answer.
Yeah. I'm betting hard on Reddit being Reddit.
Number 4 is So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. The song the dolphins sing in
From not
Hitchhiker's
the end,
Guide.
It's important to note, not the end of Hitchhiker's Guide. It's
The
actually
beginning.
The beginning.
the opening credits.
It's the opening credits song.
Number 3 is Never Gonna Give You Up.
That's Reddit being Reddit.
That's the song I thought Scott was about to guess when he was like, I'm thinking Reddit, so.
Yeah.
Number
I was thinking
2
that was too basic, though.
is All Star by Smash Mouth.
That one should have been it.
Damn it. I don't know that one.
I love any time we can make the research department cackle disembodiedly through the show.
Can you what I don't get that one though.
You've never heard All Star by Smash
Never heard
Mouth?
that song before.
You've never heard Smash Mouth?
No.
Have you seen hit film Digimon the movie?
Is it in Digimon?
Do you not remember? At the
I was
end
gonna
of the-
keep this bit. I'm upset because I was gonna keep this bit going, and that answer was exactly the thing to cut through my defense. I'm happy about it. I was like,
I found Jeff
ready.
Kryptonite.
I was ready for like 3 different answers of like, have you seen this? And I was just gonna go no, and then you picked the one that I just did not see. Like I was ready for Mystery Man, I was ready for Shrek, and then you just fucking turned off your targeting computer, thermal blanketing, it's done. It's done.
And the number 1 answer,
Yeah.
it's The End of the World by REM. That's 10 big points to Jeff.
Earned that one. Yeah.
So this is the final question. The score is 10 points Jeff, 5 points Scott. I'm sorry, Bui21 asks, what job is a lot less fun than most people expect?
Okay. My answer is it's Reddit.
Correct.
So I think that the obvious answer here is the right answer, both because it's the obvious answer, but also because it's Reddit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go porn star.
Porn star. Porn star. Interesting choice. Scott, what are you thinking?
I'm trying to think of how dark they would go, because part of me is wanting to go very, very dark, but also I do know there are genuine nice people on Twitter.
But you're on Reddit.
Okay, you're on Reddit. Don't give that. That's
I'm sorry.
the difference.
Sorry. Child star. I don't know.
Just child star. Interesting.
I was going to say specifically one that worked under Dan Schneider, but I feel like that's too many words.
Gotcha. Shout out to the chat who said closing time for the song to go over the credits.
Closing time is very good.
That's a good choice.
Very good one.
All right, let's take a look at these jobs that are a lot less fun. Number 10. Come on, computer. You can do it. Number 10.
Anything that worked under Dan Schneider. That's really specific. What a weirdly specific answer.
Which Hartman animator? What?
I don't know why this is not working.
Number 10.
Oh, there we go. Music store. Yeah, we had a bunch show up at once. Baker, lawyer, animal shelter, amusement park or arcade. Both of them were listed in the same answer.
I could attest to that one.
Can actually counter. I would actually argue against number 9. My father's been a baker for 50 years, and he loves every day of it, and every day is a whole new adventure. Like, he's the happiest man in the world doing his job.
What's
so
5?
wholesome.
Because
I know. I'm trying to get it to go away.
5 is Google Slides controls. It's not as fun as you think.
I can't make it
You
leave.
fucking think it's sexy presentations and corporate conferences.
I'm trying.
Sometimes it's just, cycling the same office cafeteria menu.
Well, no, it's really weird. It goes from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 44, 4.
Wait, there we go. It was demolition. Being part of the tag team demolition.
Yeah,
I was like,
they
I
really,
wonder if it was after
here's
Smash.
honestly, like, outside of that one Royal Rumble, like, what are you even doing? Because anytime you're doing anything hot, the Road Warriors are doing something slightly hotter, like, right next door. So, like, what are you going to do?
Exactly. Number 3 is Zookeeper, which I saw shouted out in the chat.
Kevin James.
Yes, the Kevin Smith or the Kevin James project.
Number 2 is Kevin James.
Number 2 is archaeologist. And the number 1 job that's not as is a lot less fun is video game tester. No points on that question, but that leaves the scores at 10-5. Jeff wins the first round, which means it's time to go back to the Coliseum.
Two people enter. One person leaves. 2 people enter. One person leaves.
So I ask you, everyone will leave the Coliseum. Everyone's upset porn did not make the list in the chat. Yeah, I got to bring back the research department for the debate. Now I would like to know more of your opinion. It's more important than just yes or no. I'm simply just going to ask you, what? Oh no, I think we lost him again. We are back with an update about Eiffel 65 from the research department. Research department, what do you have to say?
We were just talking about how it was the first song in Iron Man 3 because we were trying to figure out what year Thrift Shop came out. But it was the same year as Iron Man 3, so 2013.
There we go. That's how the research department does it. All right, let's get into this debate, and I'm simply going to ask you both, what is the greatest video game RPG? Jeff?
The greatest video game RPG of all time is Earthbound because it is a game that was so thoroughly committed to delivering a particular emotional experience that it actually the publisher actively sabotaged its own ability to generate profits for over a decade.
All right. I believe your camera is frozen, but we got a picture of you, and that's fine. Then you're a fantastic ventriloquist. Scott, best video game RPG of all time.
I'm actually going to Wikipedia to make sure this is considered. Okay, it is considered a role-playing game. Thank God. It's Pokemon. No other series in history, especially RPG, has had the impact that Pokemon has. Did Earthbound have an iPhone app that united the world in 2016 before the world decided to implode? No, it did not. But Pokemon lives in through our hearts. And not only that, you would think like, well, the role-playing game aspect of it isn't the important part. It is. Even to this day, the concept of evolution, growing stronger, is referenced in daily conversation. It is the most impactful RPG to ever exist.
All right, let's fight it out, Jeff. Why?
So actually, my argument plays really nicely off of that argument about Pokemon because the truth is that Earthbound does not have a mobile app that unites the world. It does not have, millions of sequels and board games and all of these other things. And that is because Earthbound, at its core, is telling a particular story about the end of youth. It is telling the story about the moment that you stop being young and have to start accepting responsibility. And that story is so thoroughly realized through every aspect of that game that ultimately they don't re-release Earthbound except for a 3DS release for the next 20 or whatever years. Like, they just, it's eventually maybe going to come out on the Switch. But so that everyone who played Earthbound, every single person who played Earthbound at that moment is now 20-some years older. Where Earthbound embodies a moment in time where they were young, or they were younger. And now it exists in a space that embodies the exact emotional experience that Earthbound as a game aims to embody. Also, it passes the single most important metric of any video game ever, and that is that a main character of the game in canon is named Jeff, and he wears glasses, and he's smart, and he's very cool.
Scott?
Well, Jeff, I understand that, and I know it's fun to choose the hipster option of Earthbound, but for me, Pokemon there are infinite of, and if you don't mind looking towards my screen, I want to show you this little piece of shit. His name's Magikarp. And Magikarp, to me, represents everyone who played Pokemon growing up. These children who were bullied at school, they felt weak, they felt unable to really do anything. And yet, Magikarp gave us hope. Magikarp was a Pokemon that taught us that not only can Pokemon evolve, but we can evolve from something weak and useless into a powerful I looked up Gyarados and it did autocorrect to giraffe, so give me 1 second. We can become a very powerful beast. It is motivational, it is aspirational. You can look at yourself as a Charmander and one day imagine what it will be like when you become a Charizard. Pokemon teaches us not only about growth, but about aspirations. I was once a Charmander, I am now a Charmeleon, and one day I will be a Charizard.
You are correct in your argument that Pokemon teaches us a lot about evolution. And here's the reason why it's not the greatest game ever. It's because it teaches you a lot of wrong things about evolution. At no point did that's not how evolution works. That is not, evolution is a million-year-long process. It doesn't teach us about those things.
If I may, though, did it ever say that their version of evolution was our scientific understanding of evolution? It is a completely different universe.
All right, I want final statements. Final statement, Jeff.
My final statement is that Earthbound was doing things as a game that no other game at the time was doing. It played its story perfectly, and then it left that story to exist, and to exist in a place in people's memory that it would embody for the rest of their lives, because it was a story about a time and a place. It then left that story in a time and a place. It never became so bloated as to have whatever the hell a Wobbuffet is.
Final statements, Scott.
If I may, yes, yours can tell one story, but Pokemon, just the Pokemon themselves, tell an infinitesimal amount of stories. We all know the tale of Cubone and its dead mom. We know the tale of the Pikachu that slowly became friends with Ash, and the story of Mimikyu, one of the best fucking Pokemons, who is a ghost that was so afraid of society and being judged that it dressed itself up like the most adorable Pokemon in order to gain love. There is a Pokemon that can relate to anybody. So you have one story, I have over 150 and more to see. To be a Pokemon master is my destiny.
All right. Ending with a song is always strong. I'm dropping the link in the chat right now, guys. Vote. Is it Earthbound? Is it Pokemon? Laura, I feel like you guys, you might be a little bit biased here, but any corrections you need to make? True.
Fair.
You be careful with that. It could evolve and kill us. All right, so I'm going to close the voting in just a moment, guys. So get your votes in. I dropped it in the chat. The chat is also carping along with us. Also, lots of compliments for Laura's headset.
Aww.
All right, I'm checking the results now. And the winner of the RPG debate, it was a close one, but it goes to Scott. Scott with Pokemon. So we are going to go away from the Coliseum, and I need you to pick a game for me, Scott.
Just because when I watched last week's, it intrigued me so much, I'm gonna do Freddy versus Jason.
Excellent. Freddy versus Jason. It's going to be a little tough because I can't see Jeff. because his screen is still frozen, but I guess we're going to have to trust him.
I just turned off and turned on my... Is that better?
Yeah, you're back. You're back now.
is.
All right, so if you got a pen and paper, that's going to be helpful for this part of the game, because we are going to play Freddy.
I can go grab one real quick.
All right, go grab one. All right, we are going to play Freddy versus Jason. I'm going to ask
I brought a
you...
notebook and paper.
Excellent. I'm going to ask you a question, and you just need to answer if the correct answer is Freddy or Jason. And I'm going to ask you to write it down and then show it on the camera so that there is no cheating. So, for each question, tell me if the correct answer is Freddy. Oops, hold on.
Okay.
It is Freddy. Don't crash on me, computer. I need you. Prince Jr.
Now I'm not sure if my...
Yes!
I'm not sure. Hold on.
Or if the answer is Jason Biggs. So the answers for each will either be Freddie Prinze Jr. or Jason Biggs.
You can see the word test.
Yes, I could see the word test
Okay.
there.
All right. Because my answer was test. WWE Superstar test. My answer was test.
So whoever has the most questions right will win this round of Freddy versus Jason. Question 1. Who was a WWE writer? Freddy
Is this a speed thing
or
is this
Jason?
an accuracy thing?
It's an accuracy thing. I'm just going to let you write it down and then show it to the camera now.
I have a dying Sharpie, so I've just written the first letter.
Okay, acceptable. Your camera's reversed. But yes, that's an F for Freddy. It was, in fact, Freddie Prinze Jr. who wrote for the WWE.
He was also a guest on the New Day Feel the Power podcast.
He was. That is correct.
Who's won more awards? Freddie Prinze Jr. or Jason Biggs?
I've realized a problem, and it is the fact that I can see his screen before I write down mine.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on showing your answer there, Jeff.
All right, then. Hold on.
That was the whole point of the writing.
Well, you didn't make that very clear.
I thought it was painfully obvious.
It wasn't. Obviously, it was not. By the way, the actual answer for a job that's less fun than it seems is host of a +2 comedy stream.
Do people think I'm having fun?
No, not really.
All right, show me your answers. For this.
First Dissension.
Yeah, Dissension. It was Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze Jr. has almost won double the awards of Jason Biggs.
I've got to ask permission to do something.
Yeah?
And it is the fact that I'm just going to hold my hand because this Sharpie is dead. I'm going to hold my hand behind my head. 1 means Freddie Prinze Jr. and 2 means Jason Biggs. And I'll just whip it out whenever I'm ready.
All right. Just be careful.
Okay.
Who worked at the Gap Kids at the Garden State Mall in Paramus, New Jersey? Excuse me.
Noah did.
Which one did I work with? Did I work with Freddie Prinze Jr. or did I work with Jason Biggs? All right, let me see those answers. Jason and Jason. 2 is Jason, right?
Yeah,
That's
2's
correct.
Jason.
2 for Jason, which makes sense. The correct answer is Jason Biggs.
Yeah!
All right, so it is 3-2 now for Scott. Who practiced jiu-jitsu?
Jen is yelling that you do that. I don't know if that gets me points, but I hope it does.
Who practiced jiu-jitsu, Freddy or Jason? Answers, please. Both are saying Freddy. Both are correct.
Yeah!
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Jason Biggs don't have a jiu-jitsu face. He's got a taekwondo when he was 8 face.
And
Prinze Jr. has a background in action movies that I feel like a jiu-jitsu background would like directly contribute to.
It was the WWE Connect for me, is what.
Probably that actually
That makes sense.
That also feels very strong.
and final question:
All right.
Who has a Twitch channel? Freddie Prinze Jr. or Jason Biggs? Who has a Twitch channel? Answers, please. Both go with Freddie Prinze Jr. And you both are. Oh, come on. Click.
Good question. They both do.
But
You are correct. It is Freddie Prinze Jr. He hasn't used it in a while, but he does.
He plays Dungeons and Dragons. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, this is why I'm very happy I listened to the New Day Field of Power, because I'm fairly sure that's what he was promoting on that episode.
I'm pretty sure it's his Dungeons and Dragons thing.
So that's going to do it. That means that round goes to Scott.
Perfect
Yep.
round.
It is, yeah, perfect round. So you guys are going into this one tied up, and now it's the mystery round, which means we spin the wheel, and you have to do whatever the wheel says. Your question is, who would host a better podcast?
Me.
I spin the wheel. Jeff, you have to defend whoever this lands on. And you got Link. The Link podcast.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I got an argument.
All right. Scott, you must argue for Wonder Woman. So it is Wonder Woman's podcast versus the Link podcast. Let us return now to the Coliseum for this wonderful debate. Who would make a better podcast? Jeff.
All right. Opening statements or full argument?
Opening statement, please.
Link. Well, then I'm not to reveal my hand too much. Link is a great podcaster, a great interview podcaster, because he does not do the one thing that every interview podcaster gets wrong.
Is that all you want to say?
I assume talk.
That is my opening argument. I will explain my argument in detail later on.
All right, I won't.
Argue in detail.
I won't press you then, Scott.
Jeff is frozen on my screen in the most smug look, and it makes me very...
It's very smug. He's got something up his sleeve. What do you think, Scott?
See, here's my thing. As someone who's been working in the podcasting field forever, like, I understand it's easy for Jeff to be like, oh yeah, interview podcast. I don't think that. I think in the world of podcasting, everyone needs to tell their story. Everyone needs their voice to be heard. And Wonder Woman, a female, an immigrant, a superpowered individual, a long history of a very unique history with the Amazonians, which is something that everyone wants to hear about. It's the reason why Colt Cabana was successful doing the art of wrestling. No one got to hear these stories behind the scenes of professional wrestling until Colt Cabana came along. Wonder Woman could propose the exact same thing, except it's what's it like behind the scenes of a superhero, of an Amazonian. And that is my opening statement without trying to bag on Link.
Right.
Jeff, let me know. Give me your full argument.
All right. So to Scott's point, Art of Wrestling is a great example, and is a great example of like something that I think Colt Cabana is very good at, that I think Link would be the best at in terms of podcasting. And that is, Colt Cabana does a great job at highlighting people's stories. He does a great job at highlighting people's stories like on their terms and allowing their story to come through. Scott, you are a podcaster. Noah, you are a podcaster. Laura, you are a podcaster. We have all heard podcasts where it is, hey, what's a snippet about your life? Here's 10 minutes where I talk about my own goddamn bullshit. And no one wants to hear that. That's not good podcasting. That's not good interviewing. That's not good etiquette. That's not good conversation. That's not good empathy. Link, by virtue of shutting the fuck up, has an advantage over 90% of podcasters who are going to say, here's my perspective and here's why my bullshit is more important than the guest that I have booked onto the show, invited here, asked for their time. Link is going to do the thing that no podcaster does, and that's shut the fuck up. It is a master skill that a podcaster has to know when not to speak, and Link is exceptionally good at not speaking.
Scott.
Yeah, so that was going to be my main argument against Link was, one, he is famously a silent protagonist, and two, it's going to be really hard to listen to a Squarespace ad that sounds like, yeah, yeah.
To be fair, do Squarespace ads not already sound like that in your head?
But my main point is the fact that, yes, it is very important for an interviewer to remain a little bit silent, let their guest put over their guest, to use wrestling terminology, but also, as someone who's been attempting to break the world record for most podcast guest spots, I know that there are numerous podcasts where people focus far too much on that. And guess what? At the end of the day, if you, as the interviewer, are not giving in a little bit of personality, not giving a little bit of flair, no one's going to want to listen to your show. Because even if you've got great guests, they can listen to those guests on a million other shows. And nothing, at least in the audio field, differentiates Link. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman has a series of things that differentiate her, not only from other people, but from other superheroes. Also, if you want to do interviews, she has a lasso of truth, meaning she gets no bullshit from any of her interviews.
Good points, good
The
points.
truth is boring. The truth is boring. You want a little bit of spin. You want a little bit of magic. Wonder Woman's lasso of truth is the worst interviewing tool because you're taking away the mystery. You're getting facts, and facts are boring.
Tell me about
Where's the
your
showmanship?
Tell me about your depressing childhood. Oh, nothing bad happened. Lasso of truth. My dad died when I was 5. Boom! The truth hurts and she gets to the bottom of it.
All right, I want final statements, and I want to know the name of the podcast.
Name of Link's podcast is Hey Listen, and it's produced.
All right, very good. Scott?
Mine is the Amazon, and it is all about her history, but also she does bring on other Amazonians to be interviewed.
Excellent. Guys, I am going to drop the link in the chat. Let me know.
No, drop Wonder Woman too.
I'll drop Wonder Woman as well. And let me know who has a better podcast. Research department, anything you need to bring up or correct.
I believe Link famously, when he does have a voice actor, is kind of snotty.
Oh yeah, there's the excuse me princess.
So Link trying to sell empathy on Link might not be the approach, because it just sounds like when he does have a voice, he's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, but that's every podcaster, so...
That's true. There's very few quality human beings. I would like to point out that I put up almost 200 episodes of the Plus Two Comedy Podcast, a podcast where I brought on a guest, and then every episode told them to shut up so I could talk about a book I read.
Yeah. I know.
All right, guys, get your votes in. I'm checking the results now. Maybe I should do this part on a separate computer. The results are in, and the winner of the debate round goes to Scott.
No, that's the right call.
Yeah, it's probably the right
There's
call.
no way that's the wrong answer, frankly.
I saw the look in your face when you got Link, and you went, well, maybe... Oh, fuck, he's a silent protagonist. Shit.
There's not much to do. So we're going to leave the Coliseum, and Scott, once again, need you to pick our game for us.
First, please call me Scotty.
I'm sorry, Scottye.
Scott, and it is weirded me out this whole time. But I was like, I don't want to be that asshole.
My apologies.
You know what? I was gonna ask, and I didn't feel like I wasn't sure when the appropriate time to ask was.
It's okay, Jeffy. One of these is it okay for me to ask details about them, or do I have to blindly go in?
I can tell you that Keyed Up is Tom Hanks themed. I can tell you that Pointless is tabletop themed. No Wheel, No Fortune is supposed to say that it's music themed, but it doesn't quite fit.
Is there anything wrestling themed, or am I dead?
There's wrestling questions in here somewhere. Yeah. And I mean, if without saying too much, if you know that No Wheel, No Fortune is music, and you know Pointless is tabletop, and you know one question and Name Two More were there last week, and you know Keyed Up is Tom Hanks,
You're right.
maybe you can put something together.
No, the wrestling one's definitely Keyed Up Tom Hanks. You're right. No, I'll take Landmine.
All right, let's play some Landmine. Landmine is a great game. We played that on the Plus 2 Comedy Podcast, a bad podcast according to Jeff Stormer.
Noah, can I ask you a quick question?
Of course, Jeff.
How's it feel, motherfucker?
Jeff, I've only seen nice things about your podcast. And also, you're frozen again.
Am I? Oh my god! I blame you.
Did Jeff leave?
Am I back?
You're
Am I-
back.
Am I back?
Yes,
Am I
you're back.
All right.
All right, Landmine works like this. I am going to ask...
I'm gonna sit in a smug pose just in case I freeze again.
Good call. Good call. I will bring up a topic that has multiple correct answers. There will be 12 answers on screen, but 4 of them are landmines. Simply don't pick the wrong answer. The person who hits 3 landmines, or the person with the most landmines at the end of the game, will lose. All right, let's bring up your first question. Wrestlers who have never tapped out. Oh, why does this incorrectly fits on the stream currently? But wrestlers who have never tapped out. Scott, since you won, would you like to go first or second?
I will go first, and my answer is Roman Reigns.
Yes, Roman Reigns has never tapped out. Jeff, give me someone who's never tapped out.
I'm gonna go with John Cena.
John Cena is a landmine.
Damn it!
John Cena tapped out on an episode of Velocity.
All right.
Brock Lesnar is also tapped out, as has Kane and The Undertaker. Jim Duggan never tapped out.
Shocking.
Alundra was the big one for me. I was like, I'm not sure.
Yeah, tapping out wasn't a big thing until after Ken Shamrock showed up.
That's
so.
kind of shocking to me
Yeah.
because she had a feud with
Oh, I'm fucked.
Question 2, races in Star Trek. Scott, you have the advantage. Would you like to go first or second?
Ferengi, that one I know, Ferengi.
Ferengi is, in fact, a race in Star Trek. Jeff.
I'm gonna go with Betazoid.
Betazoid is a race from Star Trek. Scott.
Alright. Now I'm fucked. That one just looks like it says pickled in a fancy way, so I don't think it's that. Kelpian.
Kelpian is a race in Star Trek.
Oh, thank God.
Give me a Star Trek race.
Jem'Hadar.
Jem'Hadar is, in fact, a race in Star Trek. Scott. It's 50-50.
Oh shit, you're right. Vorta.
Vorta is a race from Star Trek. Jeff.
I'm gonna go with Kutharian.
Kutharian is a landmine.
Damn it. Damn it.
Kutharian is the only one that I just made up.
I'm fairly sure that's the bad guy from Ghostbusters, too. Vigo the Kutharian.
Boretillians are from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Borays are from Star Wars, and Konstankian is from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, so they were just all on that one corner. That's good.
Yes, if I can make the thing zoom in, it would be great. But I can't right now.
I'll be honest, Brontitalians kept coming to me because I thought I remembered an old episode where they wrestled dinosaurs, and that's what I thought they were called.
All right, we seem to have a little bit problem with the screen, so I'm going to bring up the Colosseum again. And I'm just going to ask you this next one as I try to fix things.
Okay.
So get excited for me to fix things. All right, because I was smart enough to write these down on cards. All right. Podcast that won iHeartRadio Podcast Awards in 2020. I will read a bunch of choices for you. Try to remember as many of them as you can. So we have 30 for 30. Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend.
Oh, the podcast that invented podcasting.
Yes. Reply All. The Ron Burgundy Podcast. How Did This Get Made? My Favorite Murder. The Joe Rogan Experience. The Read. Songland. Pod Save the People. Story Pirates, and The Dropout.
Hey, Jeff, go
Well,
first.
I don't have the answer, but you've made me sad about making podcasts, so that's something. Christ. I'm gonna go criminy. I'm gonna go 30 for 30.
30 for 30 won Best Sports Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, snap.
Jen just
Can you
yelled
read me
yes
the-
from the other room.
So,
Can you read me the final four again, please?
the final four were Songland, Pod Save the People, Story Pirates, and The Dropout.
Pod Save the People.
Pod Save the People won Best Political Podcast.
Woo!
Jeff?
I'm gonna go with I'm relying on strategy. I'm like thinking through strategy here, which is like thinking through a category and trying to pin a podcast to it.
Yeah, that's what I had to do.
I'm gonna go with Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend.
Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend won Best Comedy Podcast.
Okay. All right.
I know I'm going to die on this one, but I'm going to pick the monopoly of podcasting, Joe Rogan.
The Joe Rogan Experience is a landmine.
Yep, I knew it.
Yes.
I just wanted it to be over, frankly. I was like, I can't see it, so...
Hopefully,
Really, don't you just love, like, that was an experience as someone that makes and invests a lot of time into podcasts, looking at that list and going, well, 8 of these won awards.
As a person who does 6 comedy podcasts, hearing like, oh yeah, Ron Burgundy, it's on there.
there's a real good chance Ron Burgundy won an award.
Yeah, he's not even real, and he probably won an award.
Hold on, wait, did he? You got the answer.
Oh yeah.
Please tell me all of the awards. How did this? Okay, just tell me the list, and I'll tell you my.
Okay. Reply All won best tech. How did this get made? Won best TV and film.
Yep, I knew that.
Son of
I
a
knew
bitch, that was gonna be my second choice.
Yep.
Songland won.
Show.
Songland won best branded podcast.
Oh, okay.
Story Pirates won best kids podcast.
I kept coming back to that one because I was like, it's so weird. It might
And
be best kid.
The Dropout won best podcast.
Shit.
Ron Burgundy was a landmine. My Favorite Murder was a landmine, and The Read was a landmine.
Okay, so like the basic ones.
Yes. I think I might be able to get the game board back up.
Okay.
And you can actually see stuff, and this will be easier. There we go.
Oh yes.
Okay.
WWE Hardcore Champions. Scott, would you like to go first or second?
First,
Going first. Give it to me.
Lita. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Go. I already said it. Can I take it back?
No, you already said it.
Okay.
Lita is, in fact, a landmine. Lita never won the Hardcore Championship.
I was like, the two females should be, because like, oh, okay, good. So it would have been a landmine no matter what, because Val Venus was my second one. So awesome.
So it all comes down to this. People are upset in their chat. Raw guest hosts.
I mean,
Monday Night Raw guest hosts.
first, Mind Freak Chris Angel.
Chris Angel did, in fact, host Monday Night Raw. Jeff?
I am gonna say Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller were scheduled to be hosts, but never did it.
Damn it. Damn it.
Wait, David Otunga was a guest host?
David Otunga won the chance to be a guest host on season 1 of NXT Game Show Edition.
David
that's
Otunga.
right.
Google me. Google me.
Yes, and also Jewel. Jewel was a...
I am shocked that Pete Rose was a full-fledged guest host and not just a running joke.
Yeah, Pete Rose was there. I included Jesse Ventura because I was there for that. I have no idea who Johnny Damon is, but he was a host. And if you don't know, Pete Weber is a bowling champion that I included on this list.
Oh.
Yeah, not including the Muppets was a coward's move. Coward's move and you know it.
That's because I knew you would know it.
Yeah.
Bob Barker's
So
mine.
you should have given it to
So it's 2-1 Scott in terms of rounds as we go back, that's right, to the Coliseum. So this one, you didn't get a chance to prepare, but you do get to pick your answer. So I will simply ask you both, who should main event WrestleMania this year? Shout out your answer.
I haven't watched WWE in 2 years.
Yeah, but you can say whatever you want right now. Who
Sasha
should?
Banks and Bailey.
Sasha Banks and Bailey. Jeff, what are you gonna argue?
Next one. Oh god. I am gonna argue. If we are saying, oh god, like this is a challenge, and I am gonna say, R-Truth versus Let's go with Terry Funk.
All right, Scott, you gave an answer first, so you get to begin this debate. Why should Bayley and Sasha Banks main event WrestleMania?
Well, firstly, greatest women's main event of all time in WWE history easily goes to Sasha Banks and Bayley from NXT. And that's where they're obviously headed right now. And many people are like, oh, Hell in a Cell, they'll do it there. No. Well, yes, do it at Hell in a Cell. Have Bayley go as vicious as she's ever done, injure Sasha. Sasha is gone from television. She then wins the Women's Royal Rumble match, making a grand return. And Bayley absolutely freaks out, thinking, no, I thought we were done with this. I thought we were done with this. And finally, it leads to another Iron Man rematch. I would do an hour. The first hour-long main event, or hour-long Iron Man main event since, I believe, Shawn and Brett. I don't think there's been one since then at WrestleMania. So let that happen there. Let them show the best of the best that they've got. Let Bayley play this psychotic role model character who's afraid of everyone taking their title, and then finally have Sasha Banks on the grandest stage of them all after a short WrestleMania, unlike the one where Becky won and we were all too exhausted to care about it. Have her win the title. The crowd would go absolutely insane, assuming we could still have them there, just based on the storylines built up to this point.
All right, Jeff, walk us through the road to WrestleMania for Terry Funk and R-Truth.
Well, the road has already been paved, and frankly, it is, as someone that has stopped watching a long time ago, it is a thing that I still see people who have well past signed off on WWE continually praising WWE on, and that is R-Truth defending the 24/7 title. Now, as to why it should main event, here is what is important. We need to define what a main event is. We need to define, because you might argue that it's the most important match, but we've seen main events not be the most important match. The main event is the last thing on the card. Now tell me this, how good would it be if after everything that Scottye said, after this legendary match between Sasha Banks and Bayley, we cut to black, the title card pops up, then comes back moments later, R-Truth is carrying the 24/7 title backstage. No one other than Funk You Terry Funk walks out, hits with a trash can, roll up, 1, 2, 3, new hardcore champion, Terry Funk, Lifetime Achievement Award, gets to retire with a belt forever, except it's the 24/7 title, so R-Truth rolls him up again. R-Truth walks out with the title, having ended Terry Funk's career in a post-credit stinger main event at the end of WrestleMania. It is like 11:30 at night. None of us are actually sure if that happened, if we just imagined it because we're tired. That would be an amazing moment, and that cannot be denied.
God, I love the... first off, I love the idea of WrestleMania ending at 11:30. Scott, your rebuttal.
Firstly, I am going to wait until after the votes go up to talk about why this is the best idea, and I'm very mad at Jeff. Yeah, like he said, the stinger came up. That means that's the end of the show. WrestleMania is over. You can call it a post-credit scene all you want, but the point of it's not a match. It didn't happen on WrestleMania. The stinger card came up. That's going to be this is less of an argument, which is better, because like on paper it's easily Sasha versus Bayley, but fuck, yours is good. It's now an argument about if this is supposed to be considered a match or not.
All right.
A referee counts 1, 2, 3. A title changes hands. A hand is raised.
Wait. By that logic, that means every 24/7 champion technically also holds the record for longest matches ever, because as long as they have that title, they're in a match called life.
That is true, and we should acknowledge it as such.
Yeah, I'd also like to point out that technically by your definition, the main event of WrestleMania is Terry Funk versus R-Truth 2.
Yeah.
Which is even better. That's even better.
Twice in a lifetime.
Twice in a lifetime. Research department beat me to the joke.
Aha!
All right, I need just parting words for the Sasha argument.
It's boss time. It's boss time, and it deserves to happen at WrestleMania. Best heel of the year, Bayley, versus the greatest comeback of all time, Sasha Banks, needs to happen in the main event of WrestleMania.
Jeff, closing statement.
Hold on. I need to check something. This is an important thing. I don't believe... you know what? I'm just gonna go with it, and it might be wrong. Here's the thing. He's been in matches at WrestleMania. Terry Funk has never had what I would consider a WrestleMania moment. Are you gonna argue that Terry Funk does not deserve a WrestleMania moment? He's Terry Funk. He was in Roadhouse.
All right, guys, I'm dropping the link in the chats right now. I'll drop back in the research department. Do you have any research for us?
I was trying to find a Terry Funk WrestleMania moment, but I had literally no time to do it.
I can tell you right now that Terry Funk, I do not believe had one, but Chainsaw Charlie had a WrestleMania moment in a tag team match with Cactus Jack, taking on the New Age Outlaws in a dumpster match.
I will say the idea of an hour-long match...
Is that on Raw? Is that on WrestleMania, or is that just on Raw?
That is on WrestleMania because they have a cage match the next night on Raw.
Okay.
Research department, please fill us in with your points.
The idea of an hour-long match during a modern WrestleMania makes me cry inside.
Now wait, I did specify it would be a shorter, specifically, if I may, split into two, a la this year's WrestleMania. So you're not waiting 7 hours to get to
long.
This. This is one of 3 matches on WrestleMania this year.
The amount of show is too damn high. I love the idea of normalizing female main events, not having it just be something that happens once in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that.
And with me, like, I understand Becky, Ronda, Charlotte was it. In my opinion, like, that was not what the first women's main event needed to be.
I agree
No offense to Rousey. I think Sasha and Bayley.
I would love to hear, so real quick, I would love to hear Scottye explain why my idea was correct, because I would like to say, now that the votes are being tabulated, I agree with Scottye. Frankly, it's the right call.
Hold on. Can we get the votes down first? Because I've fantasy booked this in my head.
All right, I'm pulling the results up now. And they went with Jeff. R-Truth and Terry Funk.
Because it's so good. Because what I would do is, in the months leading up, have like Mick Foley come out, or not Mick. I wouldn't do Mick because he's too nice. But have like Hardcore Holly or someone like that return and basically say R-Truth has turned what the Hardcore title used to be, a 24/7 title, into a joke. And
I would love that. Yep.
Yeah, and so in the coming months, they're trying to make it a hardcore title again. They're trying to make it more violent, vicious matches, and R-Truth keeps sneaking out with it. And at WrestleMania, we do a redo of, was it 17, where they had like the literally episode-long, the entire Mania-long match? Do you know?
Good. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but do that, and at the end, before the main event, R-Truth sneaks out with the title. He's escaped the flurry of hardcore guys, and you could have like Devon come out for this. You could do a spot with Hornswoggle, like whoever you want, throw in, and then finally, after he's gotten out of all the hardcore guys, Sasha Bayley ends. People thinks it's over, goes to black, and then you hear R-Truth screaming as he runs through the halls, and then there is Chainsaw Charlie, Terry Funk, who just boots his head off, pins him, next night announces it as a hardcore title, and there's going to be a tournament, and the winner will be crowned at Extreme Rules.
I love it. I love it. I love it so much. But Jeff, you win the debate, which means you get to pick a game.
Oh my
I
god.
think I just won the debate for Jeff.
I know, but you still won it for Jeff.
I thought that was the end of the. I thought I had won. Thought we were done. I'm gonna go with Pointless Sporkle tabletop.
All right, Pointless Sporkle. All right, so people had trouble with this last time, so I'm going to try to explain this again, all right? I went on to the website Sporkle. And Sporkle will ask a question like, name an electric Pokemon. And then people try to name all of them.
Oh, God.
You want to give me the one that is most commonly forgotten. So, if you were to say Pikachu, chances are 99% of people would have said Pikachu, and you would get 99 points. If you say something like Electrike, probably like 60% of people knew that one, and you would get 60 points. It's golf rules. You want the lowest score.
Okay, cool. So I want to guess Pikachu.
Scotty, you were here last week. I don't know why this is so confusing. You want the lowest score, like in golf.
Yeah, you want the weirdest answer. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if you miss the board completely, like if you were to say Bulbasaur, he's not an electric type, you get 100 points. And that would be bad because you're
Okay,
playing
yeah.
golf.
Cool.
Sure.
Well, I should guess Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Scotty,
Correct. No, they're right. No, they're right. That's right.
you want the lowest score, like in golf.
Oh, okay. Bulbasaur.
Scotty, you want the lowest score, like golf. If you play,
Okay.
you've played golf, right?
Yeah. I know. Bulbasaur.
So just to be clear, we do want to guess Pikachu, is what you're saying, because we didn't want to guess Bulbasaur.
You're right. Not Bulbasaur. Pikachu.
Pikachu would be better than Bulbasaur, yes. It would be. But you might want to go with something like Electrike, because less people will have said it.
Okay.
But nobody said Bulbasaur.
But it's
That
Makes
makes
it the most.
guys, I'd like to end the show. This is turning into a WrestleMania.
Wow, I am insulted.
So here's your first pointless question. And it's Dungeons and Dragons classes. Give me a class from Dungeons and Dragons that most people would have forgotten. Jeff, you get to go first because you have the advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Fighting Man.
Fighter. All right. Fighting,
That's good.
I didn't
fighting
say
man. Fighting
I
man.
said Fighting Man.
Fighting man. Okay.
Oh, that's a thing. Okay. It's one of it's literally. What sucks is like I'm now thinking about the ones I play, and I'm like, would? Because I know for me, Bard is the first one to come up, but also I'm like, would it for anybody else? So I'm gonna say Bard. Screw it.
Bard versus Fighting Man. Here's the results. The most common one is Wizard. The most forgotten is Monk, which people are shouting in the chat.
Yeah.
Bard is
this is-
third from the bottom.
Now this
Druid
is
was gonna be my other.
is
option.
I am calling shenanigans.
Well, but
I am calling shenanigans on you, Noah Houlihan.
what?
I'm willing to give you the 95 for fighter and not 100.
I'll take it.
But
I'll take the 95. But like, I am willing to call shenanigans because these are Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition core classes, and I feel that should be spelled out.
Comes from Sporkle.
Just saying. Just saying.
Sporkle, Jeff.
the pronunciation is so much power on Sporkle.
So this
Sporkle.
it's currently 95.9 to
right.
86.8, which Scotty has, and that's good because you want the lowest score.
Bulbasaur.
So Bulbasaur.
Clue cards. The cards from the board game Clue. As you guys think, I'm going to specify to the chat. The reason it's low is because people taking this quiz forgot it. So that's why Sorcerer was so low. That doesn't mean people don't play it. It's because it just means people forget it.
Not characters, and I've never played Clue.
The clue cards would be the characters, the weapons, and the rooms.
Oh! Wait, did you say
Am I going first or second?
Jeff, you have the advantage, so you will go first.
Okay.
Oh, because he won. What was the third one you said? Names, weapons, and what?
The rooms.
Okay.
Jeff, what are you thinking?
Conservatory.
Conservatory.
Kitchen.
Kitchen. Let's take a look.
Never played Clue. I'm like, I think that was a play.
Rope would have been your worst answer. Lounge would have been your best answer. Kitchen is your second worst answer with 92.8%.
Oh, shit. Damn it.
And then conservatory. Conservatory's down there at the bottom with an even 72. I know you can't see it on the screen for some reason, but it's an even 72.
Oh, I see it now. When you said second worst, I thought you meant in the good way and not the bad way.
I meant it in the bad way because Sporkle.
Conservatory. The thing about conservatory is it's a dated answer. Like no one knows what the fuck that is now.
Yeah, I hear you.
But for me, like that's my cliche room in Clue. So, but yeah, I see where you're coming from.
All right, I'm doing some.
See, mine is the billiard room for the same reason, which is also low on the list because no one has a billiard room.
Very few people have a billiard room. This is very true. I'm doing some quick math real quick. So the score is 167.9 for Jeff. Scottye with 179.6. So we go into our final question. Where's my mouse cursor? That's not the question. It's just a legit concern I have. Oh my God, come on.
I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing well.
Top 30 in Tabletop Gaming's recent poll of the greatest games of all time.
I assume this is of tabletop games.
Yes.
It does not say greatest tabletop games.
Yeah, that's true. It's run by Tabletop Gaming, so you'd think.
Yeah.
Jeff, what you thinking?
Twilight Imperium.
Twilight Imperium. Interesting.
Oh no. Jeff, I know nothing about tabletop games. Can you help me out, buddy? What's the train game?
Say Dungeons and Dragons is the name of the train game.
Say Settlers of
and Dragons.
Settlers of shit, what's the train game? What is this train game I'm thinking of?
I would totally play shit. What's the train game? That sounds like a barrel of laughs.
I don't. Is chat going crazy with train game answers? Because I don't know.
They are not. I'll tell you that they're not going crazy with train games.
If train game is on the list and I can point it out, can I get the points for train game?
I would recommend saying the title of a game you know instead of just randomly describing it.
But it's that train game what's so good. I hate it. Is Secret Hitler considered a tabletop game? You do play it on a tabletop.
I don't know. Do you think Tabletop Gaming's recent poll of the greatest games of all time
You have someone who hosts a tabletop game podcast versus an idiot. This is not fair.
I know. It's almost like he got to pick the category.
I didn't pick. What did I pick? Fuck. Okay. get Secret Hitler. I know this is
Secret
wrong.
Hitler.
I'm gonna lose this round. I know I'm gonna lose this round.
Oh, you might not. Twilight Imperium was a bold guess.
You should have went with Dungeons and Dragons. That one's definitely on the
Ticket
list.
to Ride! Ticket to Ride! That's the trade game! Ticket to Ride!
Hey, Scotty, can you do me a favor and go to the chat?
Wait, Discord chat or Twitch chat?
Twitch chat.
I don't know if it will.
I'll just read it to you. It is Jeff Stormer in the Twitch chat going, y'all, it's Ticket to Ride. I'm not helping him.
You piece of shit! It's okay, I still would have lost, because Ticket to Ride is far higher up than
Far higher
Twilight
end list,
Imperium.
yep.
I do not see Secret Hitler anywhere on this. I see Twilight Imperium third from the bottom. Good for
I wasn't sure it was
8.2.
going to make the list, honestly.
So it made the list at number 22, but on this list it is 8.2. So that's 8.2 points for Jeff and 100 for Scottye. That brings him up to, that's going to be, Jeff is at,
Look,
I'm sorry, I'm doing math. It's
I'm
hard.
already losing, give me Ticket to Ride. I'm already losing, give me Train Game.
I think if I gave you Ticket to Ride, you would still lose. So sure.
Also, I would like to point out, just for the added vindication, what the number one answer on this list is.
Now,
I saw it and I said, I'm not fucking bringing it up. Bringing it up.
just to be clear, it's number one because it's the most commonly guessed. It ranked 15th.
Okay, all right, fair. What was number one, if I may ask?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I see. There's a number. Got it.
Yes.
What is
So
Twilight Imperium 22? I'm just looking because I'm genuinely curious
Yeah.
about everything.
but that means that Jeff wins the round and forces the tie, so we go into the final round. So we're going back to the Coliseum. I would bring back
What?
what? You won.
That was round. All right.
That was round 4.
You should
All
have
right.
told me Train Game and then said D&D if you wanted this to be over.
We're going back to the Coliseum. The research department doesn't appear to be here, so I can't bring back the research department.
Oh, sorry.
Are you here, research department?
Yeah, I just turned my camera off.
Oh, okay.
You would forget to get rid of me, and I yawned on stream, and then I was embarrassed, so I was turning my camera off whenever I wasn't needed.
Oh, okay.
Because I'd rather people look at the dog than me trying to yawn.
Well,
No way.
What's up?
people are complaining.
There are two different pandemic.
Yes, there was 2 different pandemic games in that. All right, so we have to do
Pandemic and Pandemic Legacy. Yep, that tracks.
the final round here, which means we got to spin the wheel one more time. This one is very simple. It's just simply who would win in a fight. I'm going to bring up the wheel. I have to get rid of the Coliseum to bring up the wheel. So it's simply who would win in a fight, Jeff. You must argue for this person. You must argue for Kanye West. In just a scrap.
You wrote Kanye West.
Well, you can vote. You can argue for him as well if you'd like. And Scottye, you must argue for Scruff McGruff, the crime dog. It all comes down to this: a fight between Scruff McGruff, the crime dog, and Kanye West. Jeff, would you like to get us started with an opening argument? Would you please stop complaining in the Twitch chat and give us your opening argument?
I won't ever. The answer is that I may not agree. I may not like him personally, and I may not agree with a lot of his positions. But the arc of justice long and aims and is long and points towards justice, and Scruff McGruff is, despite the fact that he did a lot of good for all of us, Scruff McGruff is a cop. All cops are bastards, and all cops will be burned down in time, and therefore I believe that Kanye West will win the fight.
All right, Scottye.
I am actually looking if Scruff McGruff is a cop, because it looks like he might be just a private detective.
He's just a PI.
How much can I use an actor's influence on a character?
I mean, it's your debate, man. Just convince the people.
One of Scruff McGruff's voice actors, John Morales, in 2011, was arrested, found possessing 1,000 marijuana plants and 27 weapons, including a grenade launcher with 9,000 rounds of ammo, which makes me think Scruff McGruff is fucking packing, and Kanye West is too crazy. He's a overly egotistical man. I think Kanye in this situation would just say, "Oh, I gotta fight a dog, no big deal." And he does not realize that this dog possesses superhuman perception, a monster truck, and the speed and strength of a bloodhound. Meaning that Kanye West's ego will be his downfall when Scruff McGruff launches a grenade into his toilet, where his Emmy is, or his fucking Grammy is.
A lot of great points, Jeff. What do you have to say to that?
I get to hit on I get to really get onto my bullshit on a level that I don't normally get on, which is to say, of course, Scruff McGruff is loaded with weapons. Scruff McGruff is a cop, and all cops are bastards. The other thing I get to point out is that Kanye West has Scruff McGruff's secret weapon, or Scruff McGruff's secret weakness, rather. Kanye West wields the thing that makes Scruff McGruff the weakest, and that is money, that is capital, that is property, and because Scruff McGruff is a cop, all cops are bastards, and cops serve property, not people. Therefore, Scruff McGruff is powerless over someone with money, and therefore Kanye West is fine.
Scottye.
I'm actually looking through a series of PSA advice from Scruff McGruff, the crime dog. If possible, always call the police. So yeah, you may not be with him. He does work for them a lot. But I think Kanye's hubris is what I'm going to come back to, because in his campaign for president, which is a sentence I get to say, Kanye is very pro-gun, which means that all of these weapons Scruff McGruff legally obtained, including a grenade launcher, I have to assume a machine gun, probably a fucking tank at this point, are all legally obtained, meaning they are all ready to be used in battle against Kanye West. Also, Scruff McGruff is a 6-foot dog, which is a very tall,
In case you forgot.
very sharp teeth.
All right, closing statements, Jeff.
My closing statement is, fuck cops. My closing statement is fuck cops.
All right.
I don't have any better statement than that.
Have sex with cops. That's what you meant, right?
Sure.
Scottye.
If there's one thing McGruff has always been against, it's a bully. If a bully's threatening you, talk it out with the bully, or report it to an adult. Stop, talk, and walk to avoid bullies. And you know who's the biggest bully in the music industry? Kanye fucking West. A man who stormed the stage infamously and said that Taylor Swift did not deserve an award. Bullied that poor Caucasian woman who had been through so many issues in her life up until that point. Kanye West is a bully, and if there's one person who can stop a bully, it's a 6-foot dog with a grenade launcher named Scruff McGruff.
All right, I'm dropping the link in the chat now. I will ask the research department. Well, that was all 100% factual, right? And then look up there.
I know this is a weird place to get hung up, but what hardship had Taylor Swift faced at that point?
Oh no, that was me more. That was me more
She
making
got
a
famous
fun.
at 16. And
That was me
you both,
making a fun goof on the Caucasian girl.
you both forgot that Kanye has a huge asset, which is the Kardashians and their media empire. Love or hate them, they have a lot of influence and a lot of clout.
This is a battle of strength, not of physical strength, including guns and grenade launchers.
That is
Not a-
never, ever specified.
That's
Oh,
true.
if that's the point.
That's true.
Oh, if you want to talk about an influencer, Scruff McGruff, the original influencer, getting on the TV
If
teaching
I
the kids not to
told
do drugs.
100 college freshmen,
You
I
know what?
guarantee you, none of them would know who Scruff McGruff is.
We're going to talk about Scruff McGruff as an influencer. We're all on drugs and sad. No one listened to Scruff McGruff advice.
Even Scruff McGruff did drugs. But Scruff, I sell drugs to the community.
I'm pulling up the answers right now, and it appears our winner is Scottye. Scottye, you get to pick our final game.
Okay, what do we still have?
So still on the books, we have, let me get rid of our Coliseum. We still have Keyed Up with Tom Hanks. We still have one question. We still have Name Two More. We have No Wheel, No Fortune, which is our music category. And we still have Google Feud.
I'm assuming No Wheel, No Fortune is Wheel of Fortune.
That's a great assumption by the name.
I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it. No Wheel, No Fortune.
No Wheel, No Fortune. All right, so this is a great way to end the show because this is the one that didn't want to work. So we had to do a backup for this. No Wheel, No Fortune is a Wheel of Fortune type game. The category is music. There is no wheel. There is no fortune. So the way this works is you can give me any letter. You can give me a vowel or a consonant, and it'll go up in this puzzle that I'm using MS Paint to create. Again, the category is music. If the letter is not up there, you will lose your turn. If the letter is up there, you will have to answer a trivia question, which is a song lyric, and you'll have to tell me what the song is to earn that letter. And then only then can you try to solve the puzzle. To make things even more confusing, there is one or more non-letter character in this puzzle. So there may be a question mark or an umlaut or something along those lines. If you guess those, I'm sorry?
Wouldn't the umlaut be on a letter though? I don't think they exist normally.
I'm telling you the rules that there is a non.
I was like, no, shut up.
Shut up and listen. Shut up and listen. There is a non-standard English character in this puzzle. There is, if you were to guess that, there is not a trivia question attached to it. You get it for free, and then the person who solves this puzzle will win conquest. Scotty, you have the advantage, so you get to give me the first letter.
Is there a puzzle up for anybody else? Because I'm not seeing a puzzle.
I'm seeing it on the Twitch chat, but I am not seeing it in our Discord chat.
Well, shit. How long has it not been streaming for you guys?
Oh, it's been since you clicked on No Wheel, No Fortune, because I'm seeing that, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Cool. So you see No Wheel, No Fortune, but you don't see the puzzle?
Yeah, I see, like, well, now I see Google Feud.
All right. I think I know what the problem is here. I'm fixing it.
The answer is Kanye West.
Because you guys have been able to see the wheel, right? This whole time?
We saw. I saw. Well, I don't know. I've been watching the Twitch chat, not the regular
no,
chat.
there has been no wheel.
As
There's
long as
been
we're
no
not
wheel
like.
for me.
And then I click over for the actual game because I don't want to cheat.
So you guys don't see this puzzle at all?
No, I do not.
I see Google Feud, yeah. Do you want me to? I can just go to Twitch and try to.
There's going to be a huge delay if we do it that way, but we can do it that way. So while we wait then for you guys to come over to this, Scotty, give me a letter.
Wait, no, fuck you. I want to see.
Oh, you want to see it first? Okay, understood.
Yeah. Okay. What's the? Is there a category? Or is the
Music.
category just
Music.
strictly music?
Music.
Okay. I'm gonna go basic. Give me an E.
E. There is an E. Identify this title, or this song lyric. Now throw your hands up in the air, wave them around like you just don't care. If you want to party, let me hear you yell, 'cause you got it going on again.
Is that not Hip Hop Hooray?
That is not Hip Hop Hooray.
I don't know what that's from.
Jeff, would you like to steal?
Is that Backstreet's Back?
That is not Backstreet's. That is not the correct title.
Oh, wait, can I?
Everybody?
Can I
Is it
steal?
everybody?
I get.
Everybody
It's everybody parentheses Backstreet's Back, so I think that's acceptable. So let me just draw in your letter.
Do we get points per letter, or is it a?
You just want to solve the puzzle, and you can't solve until you get a letter.
Oh, okay.
So Jeff, you got that letter. Make the attempt to solve.
Go with
All right, too long.
I got nothing. I got no guess.
That was a steal, so it is still your turn, Jeff.
I'm gonna go with S.
S.
Sam,
There is no S.
Huh.
Scotty.
Stick with my vowels. A.
A. There is an A. And they're closing all the factories down. Out in Bethlehem, they're killing time, filling out forms, standing in line.
Yeah, Jeff, you got that one? Because I don't.
I sure do.
Jeff for the steal.
Admittedly, it's because we're waiting here in Allentown. The answer is Allentown by
Yes,
Billy Joel.
Allentown. Let me put your A in for you.
Lovely town if you haven't been. It's really great.
All right. I've placed your letter. And then we wait for Twitch to catch up.
I got it. Whoa, that is not where I expected that to be.
Where I expected that A to be at all.
If you're paying attention, you might realize there's a hidden clue for guessing these questions, but I'm going to clarify for the chat. The category is music, and they have to guess a song lyric before they get their letter, and they can only guess once they've gotten a letter. Jeff, do you have a guess?
Super don't.
Super don't. You got that on a steal, so you get to pick a letter.
I'm gonna go with O.
There is an O. Did I disappoint you or leave a bad taste in your mouth? You act like you've never had love and you want to go without.
Scotty, you got this one? Because I super don't.
Scotty goes to you.
Read it again.
Did I disappoint you or leave a bad taste in your mouth? You can act like you've never had love and you want to go without.
Congrats on your O, Jeff.
Oh, it doesn't go up without the correct answer.
Oh, shit, what?
Yeah, you need the correct answer.
Now there's just... Wait, is the O still...
You know there's an O. Where it goes, you don't know. If on your turn you would like to try to guess this question again, I will sing.
I'm gonna just do I for right now, if it's my turn.
It would now be your turn because that was a steal attempt. All right,
I'll take I.
There is an I. Dance, go, rush, the speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom.
Oh, that's Ice Ice Baby.
That is Ice Ice
Give me
Baby.
that bone. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom, deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is the melody. Don't leave it, I love it. You better gain weight. If you got a problem, this kid don't play. If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook when my DJ revolved it. Ice, ice, baby.
Sorry, what?
All right, so I've placed your letter. We'll wait for that to...
I liked
Catch up.
watching myself on Twitch because I was looking at the ceiling as if the lyrics to Ice Ice Baby were on the ceiling for me.
There is a secret clue to picking out these song titles. I don't know if you guys have picked up on yet, but let's see. So as we wait for Twitch to catch up, once again for the chat that are confused, you got to figure out this puzzle, and there's one non-standard English character in this puzzle.
I'm gonna guess for that one, and it's exclamation point.
Well, right now you're guessing to solve.
Oh, no, fuck you! Exclamation point. I don't have anything.
All right. Well, I believe you used your turn on I, so it would be
Right.
Jeff's turn.
Wait, no, I thought if because I got the question correct, does it not?
No. You get a chance to solve, and then it moves on. There's no wheel and there's no fortune.
Okay, Jeff, pick a question mark.
I'm gonna go M.
M. There are no
Like
M's.
Mapplebee's.
There's no M. Scotty, back to you. You could guess that exclamation point now if you'd like.
Exclamation point.
There is no exclamation point.
Is there a question mark?
There is no question mark. Scotty.
You.
There are no U's.
We need that fucking O then.
Is there an N? Like Napplebee's?
There is no N. Scotty. Again, you can, if you want the O again, I will sing this time.
R.
There is no R. Just teaching
It'd be
kids the
really
alphabet.
nice if we had the letters up so we knew which ones we picked.
Is there an L? Like Lapplebee's?
There's no L. Scotty.
They're an F like Fapplebee's.
There is no F.
Is there a C? Like Capplebee's?
There is a C.
Yeah.
Is there a C?
Oh my god.
The drama of
kidding,
if there's actually...
Hold on. Now I'm not sure. Oh, let me Google something real quick.
Oh my god. No.
And now I'm totally unsure about this spelling of this. I don't know why. I thought I checked this, but no, there isn't. Why did I write a question for C? No, there's no C.
For O,
All right.
because I think we're fucked on O no matter what.
You want O again?
Noah got the
No, I'm
lyrics
saying
very
use that
slightly
question
wrong.
for O.
Noah did get the lyrics very slightly wrong on O.
Did I?
Yes.
I mean, the minute Bethlehem got brought up, I knew I was screwed.
That's what lyrics.com
P.
told me. There's no P.
Did we say it? I can't. Okay.
Is there an R?
There's no R.
Ours.
Rapplebee's?
Is in Rapplebee's?
Yeah,
no,
Like
there's no R.
Rapplebee's, yes.
Scotty.
Hold on. I'm having to. I'm writing in the ones we've used.
Oh, I have to do the same. Now that Scotty, can we
I feel like I gave you a good clue by being not sure about C, but
Okay.
Yeah, what do you know? There's a K. And now you do what they told you, and now you do what they told you, and now you do what they told you, and now you do what they told you.
Bulls on Parade.
It is not Bulls on Parade. You're in the right headspace.
Is that Killing in the Name of?
It is Killing in the Name of.
That's the name. Bulls on Parade I was like, it's Rage Against the Machine. Which one? There are two options.
Oh,
Wait,
I only
is it-
knew the
and-
one.
Wait, is it and they do, or is it they won't do, which I told you?
And you do what they told you.
That's not where I expected those to go.
I am placing your letters.
Oh, I can solve. I can solve.
Yeah.
I can solve.
Yeah, no, fuck, shit.
So the non-common character is a $sign because it is TikTok by Kesha.
That is correct, which means Jeff Stormer has won Conquest. Congratulations. We're going to go back. We'll end our time here in the Coliseum because that's where we're all most comfortable. Congratulations, Jeff. You get to go on into the tournament. Oh, Laura's not here.
What a match.
You'll
Happy I had chat closed so no one could see me be dumb about Rage Against the Machine. Because I was just instinctively like, it's that one.
the lyric you didn't get was won by you too.
Yeah, I was.
Oh yeah, no, I would have never gotten that.
Yeah,
No.
you got the lyrics slightly wrong. It's you act like you never had love and you want me to go without.
Yeah, I'm never gonna win.
Huh.
Never gonna get that, even if you sing it.
I was going to go all you two for you, just in the hopes that you would get it.
I
But
wonder how you would have done it with the wrong lyric.
Jeff, you are our winner, which means, as a prize, you get 1 minute of uninterrupted plugging. You may begin.
Okay, so Party of One at partyofonepodcast.com is an actual play podcast focused on two-player role-playing experiences. All My Fantasy Children is a character creation, storytelling, and world-building podcast powered by listener prompts. jeffstormer.itch.io, you can go pick up my games. Talking Nog is a once-a-year celebration of eggnog. It releases on or around Christmas every year. You can follow me on Twitter at partyofonepod. Follow Scottye on Twitter at ScottyMo. That's SCOTTYMO. I'm out of things to plug, so I'm just
No,
being
it's
nice.
YE. Oh my god,
YE?
no.
Did I spell it wrong? I thought I put the. Did I not put the E in there? I thought I put the E in there. This is uninterrupted time.
Uninterrupted.
+2 Comedy on Twitter at +2 Comedy. And be good to each other. Donate to Black Lives Matter charities and other mutual aid protest funds. Fight fascism every single day. Be kind. It's a tough world out there, and we only have each other. I believe in you. I'm proud of you. Keep making amazing things and doing amazing things.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for being on the show. That is 1 minute. As a consolation prize, Scottye, you do get to have 30 seconds of interrupted plugging time. So is there anything you'd like to plug?
You can find me on Twitter. It's buy all my books on Amazon. BS versus the Gods. You can go to AloadofPureBS.com and listen to all my shows, including the brand new show Fun Fiction, where we take terrible movies and make shows out of them.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
To the Many Adventures of Sammy Magic, which
Sounds
is like
pretty
Harry
bad.
Potter if it was
Y'all,
written
I'm pretty
not by
upset that they
a
canceled the
fucking
potato items at Taco Bell.
I know. That's very upsetting that they changed the items at Taco Bell. They got rid of the Mexican pizza. All right, guys, that is going to do it for an edition of Conquest. Believe it or not, this went better than last time. Yay! So be sure to subscribe to +2 Comedy on YouTube for more Conquest and more Stay Doom show. And also be sure to follow me here on Twitch for more Conquest every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, except we're taking next week off. So there'll be a week off. So that's just
It's
builds.
my birthday.
Yeah, it's the research department's birthday. It's Laura's birthday. So we'll be partying for that. So in 2 weeks, join us for Andrew Miller of the Saturday Smooze taking on Neo Wing, formerly known as Razorhawk of the Cyberhawks 2000. It should be a fantastic battle. Thank you all for joining me for another fantastic edition of conquest. Bye.